everybody, it's time to LOL. Listen out loud, that is. It's time for Anime Jam Session with DJ Ranma S, Mako-chan, and Ari Rockefeller.
Hey everybody, welcome to Anime Jam Session, episode number 721. We are that podcast talks about anime, games, conventions, the fandom, geek stuff, and everything in between. I'm DJ Ranma S.
And I am Mako-chan.
Ari is off tonight. He's working mid-shift. He will be back next week. Anywho, Mako-chan, how are you doing tonight?
I am very tired, and the trees really, really need to stop masturbating.
Oh, God. Oh, the trees have it in for you tonight, don't they?
It's so bad. The weather has been nice, so I've actually had my windows open since last Wednesday when it finally rained.
Right.
And the temperature dropped. So I have been dealing with pollen for a week now.
Oof. And
But the weather is just way too nice to keep the window shut.
And here I am complaining about, how my room is turning into a little sauna box. And I'm like, I want to go and get like a box fan to put in the window for, all right, that's not much. Just for like a month and a half until I could put the air conditioner in. And the thing is, should I put the air conditioner in the window now? Possibly. Do I want to? Not really. And I say that because I just feel like it's not hot enough for me to put it in. If I'm not here sweating bullets, which I might be by the end of tonight's show, then that's a different story. So it's like, I want to get a box fan. And here I am like, you know what? Get a box window fan. See if there's an app. Program it to spin a half hour before I come home or something like that. And I'm just like, that's just kind of a waste of money because I can just walk in, turn it on with the remote and just call it a damn day, but whatever. So,
does your AC unit also have a fan function?
Yeah, it does.
So then use that.
I know, but it's my mindset of it's too early to put it in the window.
So you're gonna put something else in the
I
window.
know. That's why I'm
out of the window to put something else in the window.
I know. That's why I keep going back and forth. But also, one of the housemates here, he said he was going to buy my air conditioner so I can get. I saw one that's much more powerful, that's reasonably priced with an app. But I'm just like, as soon as I get the money for that, I was gonna go pull the trigger. But I gotta ask him tomorrow if he's still buying it or not. So I gotta see what's up. But to be fair, I mean, if it comes down to it, I will do that because y'all remember back at the old studio, I couldn't have the air conditioner on while doing the show because the AC sat above the computer and it wasn't properly seated in the window. So you would hear the motor. And I would have to have a box fan at least 6 or so feet away with the door open and the curtain pulled so I can get a decent air. But here, I can put the AC on. I can kind of hear it, but it's not picked up and it works out better. So I will probably fully decide by this weekend what I'm exactly planning on doing. So we'll see, we'll see. Anyways, we are live tonight, week of May 26, 2026, right here on Twitch TV. We're here live on Tuesdays from 9 to 10:30 p.m. Eastern. You'll always find us at Twitch TV/Anime Jam Session. We're also proud to be part of the Voice of Geeks Network at VogNetwork.com. And you can always find them at Twitch TV/VogNetwork. And please come hang out in our Discord, VogNetwork.com/Discord. Every channel that's part of the Voice of Geeks Network, every show that's part of the Voice of Geeks Network has a channel. So come through and hang out and have a good time with us. So that's how we be. So anyway, now that we got that out the way, let's kick things over to Mako-chan with how was your week and day?
Not bad. This weekend was the holiday and I did absolutely nothing.
Ooh, I kind of know that feeling.
It so nice. Like I caught up on sleep. So,
You really
Friday I
are a
got out of
Snorlax.
yeah, Friday I go well, during the week when I have work and crap,
Mm-hmm.
I end up staying up way too late and then have to get up way too early.
Mm.
So I did everything that I needed to do Friday after work,
Yeah.
and then Saturday when I first got up, and then Saturday I was in bed, passed out by midnight, and I did not get up until 10 o'clock on Sunday. And then I was passed out again by midnight on Sunday
Mm.
and got up way too early on Monday.
Oh,
And
poor you.
and by that I mean that I was awake by 7:30 Monday morning because my body is so used to, "Oh, it's Monday, I have to get up." Um yeah, but then because of that, I was so tired and I wasn't doing anything. I was actually able to go to sleep. So I caught up on a lot of sleep this weekend and I was very happy for it.
See, my body doesn't work that way. It's like if it doesn't hear an alarm, it doesn't do anything. But I will say, ever since I've had this APAP machine, like I go to bed at like 12:30, and I find myself waking up between 6:15 and 6:30, sometimes 6:15 and 6:45 before my alarm. My watch goes off at 6:44, and the computer goes off at 6:45. So, but there have been times I've not hit the bed until 1 a.m. because I'm still working on stuff Monday night, and then I kind of readjust itself. And then it's like on the weekends, I sometimes set an alarm, and sometimes I don't, and I still find myself waking up before the alarm, and I feel kind of refreshed. I'm not really complaining about that, but But what else have you been up to, Mako?
That is really it.
Mm-hmm.
Um that yeah, that's I should have been playing cuz I started Kingdom Hearts.
Mm.
I could go into Kingdom Hearts 2 and then go into Kingdom Hearts 3. And while I'm doing this, I am also watching playthroughs on YouTube. So I got through the first one, I got through the second one, go to the third one, and I'm not even a half hour into the third one going, what the fuck just happened?
Mm.
What the hell are they talking about? So now I have to play a game in between 2 and 3 just to know what the hell they're talking about in 3.
See, this is why I have the Kingdom Hearts collection for PS4. And there is a part of me that's like, any day now, Square Enix is going to announce a collector's edition for PlayStation 5. And I'll tell you this right now, I am not buying it.
Well,
I
I have the collection for Xbox.
Mhm.
So that's actually what I'm playing on. I have already played Birth by Sleep.
Right.
So that is part of what's needed for the whole entire lore.
Mhm.
I'm currently going through the quote unquote non-playable. It's basically just a bunch of cutscenes
Right.
that should have been in, I think it's the 3DS game,
Mhm.
which is when Roxas was in Organization 13.
Mhm.
Because a lot of what happens later on is, tied into all of that. But now I have to figure out which game is in between 2 and 3 that doesn't have to do with the Organization 13 stuff because they're talking about something that Sora did after 2 but before 3. It's such a pain in the ass.
Ah. I feel you on this. I kind of do. I
It
kind of
might be Dream Drop. I
Dream drop distance. That's what it is. Because remember, at least more than 50% of the 3DS games, there is a connotation with 3DS in it, one way or another. So if Kingdom Hearts is on 3DS, it would be Dream Drop Distance 3D. It has to be.
let me see.
I remember the one time I was playing the Kingdom Hearts 2 and I was almost to the end. So I somehow locked myself into a no end situation where I couldn't advance any further because I somehow skipped a level or something like that. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm not going through this again. I am done. I will say though, once I am finished with Yakuza 0, I am going to try to get some time into a Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. So
No, Dream Drop Distance comes after what I'm doing now.
oh, okay.
So it's the first one, then Chain of Memories,
Hmm?
then Kingdom Hearts 2, then Kingdom Hearts 358 2 days, then Birth by Sleep, then Recoded, which is another cinematic movie like 3582.
Hmm?
Then Dream Drop Distance. Then another movie. Then Birth by Sleep, a fragment passage, and then Kingdom Hearts 3.
I am just reminded of when Kingdom Hearts 3 dropped in like January of like, was it 2019 it dropped? All I know, it was in January, and it was a sheer mad dash on my Facebook of cosplayers trying to beat the game before Katsucon because the majority of them wanted the game out of the way, but a lot of them were still working on their cosplays. I'm like, that's a suicide attack right there. So no way. There is no way. And those who got their cosplays done and beat Kingdom Hearts 3 before Katsu, God bless y'all.
Yes, so um what I'm currently watching on YouTube
Mm-hmm.
is a extended mix of the Kingdom Hearts movie
Mm-hmm.
and the cinematic for Chain of Memories. So I'm watching the movie that comes after Kingdom Hearts 2, but also with the playthrough cutscenes from Chain of Memories.
I'm also reminded of how everybody was dogging on people who were getting Kingdom Hearts 3 for Xbox, like laughing about the fact that they have never played a Kingdom Hearts game in their entire life. My brother and sisters in Christ, I can tell you this right now. Every person that owns an Xbox One has played and beaten Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 for PlayStation 2. Sit down.
Yep. Yep.
Well, most of us. I haven't finished it, but eventually I will.
Yeah, I've already played through the first and second game.
Hmm?
I own the third game. It might still be wrapped because I haven't had it. I got it the same week that it dropped
Hmm?
and still have not played it. So now I'm going through to try and get until, so I know what the hell is going on. Meanwhile, I have read fan fiction for all of this, so I know everything that's going on anyway.
Fan fiction or slash fiction?
Is there a difference?
God damn it, Mako. In your twisted mind, there is no difference.
Not for what I read. Pretty much no.
Mm-hmm.
While I do end up reading some gen fanfics, most of what I read has slash.
Gotcha.
Very little of what I read is straight. And almost all of that is Harry Potter, because I like Harry Potter with Luna or Harry Potter with Tonks.
I'll let you have that. And
Yeah,
Berry says,
that's usually the end of that.
and Cedar Berry says, wait until Kingdom Hearts gets the Final Fantasy VII treatment, and you get 3 movies and endless remakes that takes 5 years between them. Don't you even dare, my friend. Do not.
Well, I mean, how long?
No. Do not give.
No.
Do not give them.
If we're gonna do this,
oh, God.
We don't even have to go out of the Kingdom Hearts franchise.
Oh, God.
Just look at how long it has taken between Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts 4. They're nowhere near done with 4, but they have already announced it. They have already shown quote unquote playable, cutscenes.
He also said,
and no Sieta Berry, it's all about slash. It is all about slash.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You had to go there, Sieta Berry. Didn't you?
It is always slash. It is 100% slash all the time.
Mako-chan?
Yeah?
You're drooling.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
God.
There are some people that can pull off leather pants, and Slash is one of those people, okay?
Something Mako-chan pulling off leather pants. Sure, right. We got that.
I don't need to pull them off. I'm very much a visual person, okay? Just like Jeremy Irons can stand there reading the phone book, Slash can just stand there. If he is in leather pants, he can just stand there. That's it. Maybe play the guitar.
With Jensen Ackles?
That's it. Well, I mean, he can be there too. I guess he can sing. Not exactly the right genre to mix them into, but...
Hey, this is your fantasy, not mine.
What? Just because I have a bunch of people in my house that are doing a bunch of random shit, and I'm just sitting there with a shit-eating grin on, there are no words. You don't need words. There are no words.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, Kami-sama. Anyway, before we get into my weekend day, who's your stuffy buddy there?
Yeah, I'm going to age myself and
boy.
everybody listening to me. So this adorable little fluff ball, his name is Tama. And for those that, think back a couple of decades, and that hurts to say, but Tama is the cat of Mitsukake, who is from a little anime that, some people might know as Fushigi Yugi. So, yeah, and Tama's just a regular cat, but I like my little mascots, so I have a Tama.
At least Menchie has a good home.
I have a Menchie too. I think I've shown Menchie on here.
I don't remember, but hey.
I don't remember showing Menchie, so I may bring Menchie on for next week.
Oh, there you go. So,
but yeah, I like my I like my little mascots.
Yeah, I see that. So my weekend has been the usual. Over the weekend, I went to a local convention up in Queens, and the best way I could I can describe it as a semi-poorly run CloverCon. Now, something bad did happen, which turned out to be something good. When I had gotten there and I pulled up my camera to start setting up, I could not find my flash. And I also noticed that my satchel was open. So I'm just like, how the fuck? So thankfully, most of the staffers for this convention are friends of mine. So I was talking to a couple of them, telling them what happened, and I was like, it is what it is. I'll just use the onboard flash, whatever. And as I'm walking through the auditorium or auditorium / gymnasium, which to me was always been an odd thing because I went to a school where there was a separate gymnasium and a separate auditorium. So seeing schools where they were put together as one was an odd thing to me, but is what it is. Now, one of the guys waved me over and he was holding up a box and he's like, "Is this yours?" And I was like, holy shit, it is. Evidently, when I got out of the cab and I was adjusting my stuff, getting it out of the cab, out of the lift, the box fell and I did not hear it. Usually I would hear something like that. I guess I still had my headphones on or something, but you know, the box got a little wet, but it was working great. So I'm not complaining about that. So later tonight, I am going to dump the photos and take a look and see how well they came out with this flash. So thank God for that. Sunday, I relaxed. Monday, I relaxed. And then it was back to work as per normal. So, but I can say that I finished Anne Shirley, and that was a good anime. I thoroughly loved it. I may have to pick up the box set for that when it comes out. I have not decided, but I'm kind of leaning towards this is something I will throw money at. So, with that out of the way, I decided to look at my list of anime I like to call my current anime watch list. I have two lists. I have like the list on my anime list where I start pinning stuff I need to watch, and then I have like an immediate list of stuff from most recent seasons I throw in here that I need to watch. So that way I can look at that as opposed to my anime list. So right now, I am watching My Hero Academia. And within the last 3 or so days, I am up to episode 10. So probably tonight or tomorrow, I will have finished this series. And I think My Hero Academia More is available, which is the OAV, like final, something like that. I'll have to double check. If not, it's fine what it is. So once I'm done with that, I am going to finish Plus Size Misadventures in Love because I was like halfway through that and I was watching that subtitled. So I might just flip over and watch it dubbed if it's available starting from episode 7. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out one way or another. So I kind of want to get through this. And then I think I said after that, it'll either be Free Rent Season 2 or Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. And that's basically has been my weekend day for the most part. Those of you who are probably wondering about the shirt I am wearing, there is a convention that's held over Memorial Day weekend for years called Animazement. And I went the first few years of it. And I'd always grab a shirt. And that was my thing. At any con I went to, I would get a shirt. Eventually, I stopped doing that for some odd reason. I don't know why. So I figured, let me just wear it just because. And it's kind of cool. Unfortunately, I had one from 2020. No. From 2000 that I think I ended up having to toss because it actually has barbecue sauce on it I can't wash out from the very first Applebee's I've ever went to. And I went with my friends and they were like, I don't have these in New York. I'm like, in 2000, there were no Applebee's in New York City or something like that. And if they were, I sure as heck didn't know about them. But anyway, enough about that. We are going to get into some housekeeping notes here so we can get on with tonight's show. Let's see if provided that it'll refresh. Wonderful. We're going to let you know that episodes of our podcast, Anime Jam Session, is available in video format on our YouTube page. It's available Thursdays at 12 p.m., so definitely check that out and please support that. And you'll find it at youtube.com/animejamsession. And I believe our next two conventions, well, for me mostly, is TinyCon, a 1 day convention in Edison, New Jersey in July. And I will be making an appearance at Kineticon that following Saturday. I am just going up for 1 day. I realize there's a few voice actors there that I have presents for and I want to get autographs. So I want to put that out there as well as how you say, get some cosplay photos while I'm at it. I'm still figuring out rooming situation. I don't know if I am going to like crash with somebody on Saturday or just go up and come back. I'm probably leaning towards crashing over because I think the last bus out of there is like at 6:30, and I'm just like, that's not enough time. But either or, it's not like I'm gonna be covering the masquerade. I'm like, yeah, I sure as heck ain't doing that. So enough about that. Anyway, let's get into tonight's stories. And you know what? Let's kick things off with Mako-chan talking about one of her favorite fandoms doing a team up crossover.
Yeah, so this is not the first time for either one of these series that they have crossed with
Mm-hmm.
another. But this one's a little bit different. So the official websites for both Detective Conan and Star Detective Precure announced that they will be doing an on-air first ever crossover episode. So Conan from Detective Conan is going to be making a guest appearance in Star Detective Precure, and Cure Answer, one of the main characters of Star Detective Precure, will appear in Detective Conan. Um, the reason why this is so different is because these two series are done by different production companies and also on different channels.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when these kind of crossovers happen, it's either the same production company or they're on the same channel or something like that. So that's where the whole, you know, kind of special thing is going to be happening. So Conan is going to appear on episode 18 of Star Detective Precure, titled Meitante no Assemble, or Assemble of the Great Detectives. That is going to air in Japan on May 31st. And then A Cure Answer will appear on the episode of Detective Conan titled Hanamaru na Answer, or the Hanamaru Answer. That is going to broadcast on June 6th. So Detective Conan broadcasts on Yomiuri TV and
Mm-hmm.
Nippon TV, and has crossed over with obviously Kaito Kid from Magic Kaito, who is the same author of Detective Conan, but also characters such as Crayon Shin-chan, because they are broadcast on the same network. No, Crayon Shin-chan has appeared on Precure because they are on the same channel, which is
Mm-hmm.
ABC TV and TV
TV Tokyo?
Asahi.
Oh, TV Asahi. Okay.
Asahi. Asahi. So those two have crossed over. Um, so again, this is very odd because again, different production companies, different broadcasting stations. And usually it would be an episode that would be like same day, same time, like around the same time, um, because they're on the same network. This is a little bit weird because it's going to be May 31st for one and June 6th for the other.
Hmm.
So I'm going to guess that the shows are just tying in that specific character. Um, I'm also going to assume that this is being done, one, because they're both detective series, but also because of, I think it's the anniversary because Detective Conan is 96. So it's the 30th anniversary for them. And then Precure. This is, I know it's the newest one, but I think it's also like episode wise, I think it's a certain amount. That one I'm not quite sure of. But I'm assuming this is being done more so for the Detective Conan anniversary.
Okay.
Just to have extra things tying into that. And this works again because the Precure is, Star Detective. So, yeah.
Now, here's something cool. For those of you who do not know, one of my favorite voice actors is Kappa Yamaguchi. And his birthday is the day before mine, which I thought was cool. And I did not realize this until this weekend, or if I did know, I completely forgot. But he is also the voice of Shinichi Kudo and Kaito Kid from Detective Conan. And I think that's kind of cool.
Also one of the voices for Chichiri from Fushigi Yugi.
Really?
Yes. I believe just the CDs.
Okay.
Because there was one voice for anime, one voice for CDs, and one voice for something else. I think maybe the game. That was
Okay,
it.
because I'm looking at his wiki. It doesn't list him for Fushigi Yugi for drama CDs or anything like that. And if it's there, I guess somebody just completely forgot.
It could just be that because it is just, it's an old series that's just doing drama stuff.
Yeah, but he has drama. Well, the earliest it goes back to is 2007, where he did a Devil May Cry drama CD. Interesting.
That doesn't surprise me.
But what was surprising was the fact that he is the voice of Bugs Bunny in Looney Tunes Japan. That completely surprised me.
Yeah, that seems a little,
I know, right?
just knowing some of the other voices, that seems a little off.
I know. Well, he also is the voice of one of your favorite mascots,
Which one would that be?
Crash Bandicoot.
Ah, yes.
And also, he is the voice of Kyle Broflovsky in South Park.
I
I can hear. Okay, I think tonight I gotta find a clip of South Park in Japanese. I got to. Oh man. Oh, he also has done Rakugo. That's pretty cool. All right. Anyway, moving right along, we're gonna get into some how you say controversy. And by controversy, I am talking about the 2026 Crunchyroll Anime Awards, because that always starts drama. Let's not forget last year when Solo Leveling won, and everybody's like, "Who watches this slop?" And all I gotta say is, when I was in Japan, I didn't see much of the ways of advertising for Solo Leveling. Figures, everything, the whole 9 yards. So anyway, let's just rip the Band-Aid off of this and just run with the punches, shall we? Yes, we shall. So I do not recall if we talked about like the nominations and stuff, but we're gonna go ahead and run off the winners. And if you want to know what they went up against, just say so in the chat here and I will tell you. So we're gonna start with Anime of the Year. My Hero Academia final season. As I am watching it, I can see that. Film of the Year. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm waiting for it to hit streaming services. Best Continuing Series, One Piece. I'm rolling my eyes so hard at that. Best New Series, Gachiakuda. That was really good. Best Original Anime, Lazarus, even though it got poor reviews, but it's still something. Best Animation, Solo Leveling Season 2. Best Character Design, Gachiakuda. If you are a fan of Fire Force, what's that other anime? It's on the tip of my tongue. It was Soul Leader. Yes. If you're a fan, if you like those, you'll definitely like Gachiakuda. Best Director, Akinori Fudasaka and Nohiro Naganuma for the Apothecary Diary Season 2. Best Background Art, Gachiakuda. Best Romance Anime, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. And somehow Dan to Dan and Ranmon have Season 2 was listed here. I don't see how either of those is a romance anime. I'm not seeing it. I don't, I can't see that. It's, what the no, I absolutely cannot. But My Dress Up Darling was nominated. I think that should have won, but anyway. Best Comedy Anime, Dan to Dan Season 2. Best Action Anime, Solo Leveling Season 2. Best Isekai Anime, ReZero Season 3. Okay, and that was good. Best Drama Anime, Apothecary Diaries Season 2. And Shirley Kim's close. Okay. Best Slice of Life Anime, Spy Family Season 3. Best Anime Main Character, Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Okay. Best Anime Supporting Character, Katsuki Bakugo, My Hero Academia Final Season. And after watching that, I can see why. Best Anime Must Protect at All Costs Character, Anya Forger, Spy Family Season 3. I can see that too.
I think she also won last year.
Well, last year wasn't much of a ways of competition. As Bonzo06 says, Lazarus, I saw episode 1 and 2 and it just did not grab me. I feel that. Best Anime Song, Iris Out by Kenshi Yonzu. It's from Chainsaw Man, the movie Res Arc. Okay. Best Anime Score, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle. Best Opening Sequence, On the Way by Aina the End, Dan to Dan Season 2. Best Anime Ending Sequence, I by Bump of Chicken, My Hero Academia Final Season. And I was completely surprised it was Bump of Chicken. I'm like, I hadn't heard from them in a long time. Best Anime Voice Artist Performance in a Japanese Role, Aoi Yuki, voice of Mao Mao, Apothecary Diary Season 2. Arabic, Tariq Obald, who voiced Taro Sakamoto in Sakamoto Days, which is also a good anime too. Brazilian Portuguese, Charles Emmanuel, Akaza, voicing Akaza in Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle. Castilian Spanish, Carlos Tyrrell, who also voiced Akaza in Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle. English, Lucien Dodge, Akaza, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle. I'm starting to see a trend here. Aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
French, Bastien Bori, Izuku Midoriya, My Hero Academia Final Season. German, Gerrit Schmidt-Fob, Akaza, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Infinity Castle. Hindi, Abhishek Sharma, Jinshi, Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Italian, Mose Singh, Denji, Chainsaw Man, the movie Res Arc. Latin Spanish, Jose Antonio Tolado, Akaza, Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle. Damn. They must have put some serious shit into it they must have went all out voicing this character. I may have to watch this movie this weekend just to see, But I'm hopefully there really wasn't any controversy because I didn't hear anything. So it is, and that is that. Moving right along. Maka, what's going on with McDonald's Japan and Mega Man or Rockman?
Yeah, so McDonald's restaurants in Japan teased a new collaboration with Mega Man. This was done last Thursday. The teaser post features an image of the icon Mega Man parody song Airman ga uh,
Tao
Tausenai by Team Nekokan. The caption Danger debuting tomorrow, May 22nd at 9:30. Will I finally be able to beat him? The next day, McDonald's Japan formally unveiled the Mega Man collaboration with a video pairing the um, Airman Ga Tao Senai music video. Japanese YouTuber Sarah Mikaru wrote and composed the song and lyrics with Team Nekokan members uh, Nyai Yan Yan, Nine Yan Yai, and Sham performing the vocals and guitar respectively. Capcom supervised the collaboration. The video features Mega Man dealing with the summer heat and dehydration. Mega Man then discovers a coffee maker on Airman's back and button mashes the iced coffee button, only to discover it doesn't work because it is not a McDonald's restaurant. The video ends with Mega Man going to a McDonald's location to buy a cup of iced coffee. Mega Man can also be seen using the air shooter to blow the Dr. Wily logo off the McDonald's restaurant to reveal the fast food chain's logo.
Da, 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 da.
McDonald's Japan also posted several images from the video and asked which character is your favorite. Another post featured production images for the video made by Sarah Mikaru. Team Nekokan initially released Airman ga Tausenai to Japanese video hosting platform Nico Nico Douga on July 1st, 2007. Was later put onto a CD at the Comet Market 72 convention that summer, followed by consignment release in doujin shops for self-published works that September. Yeah, so obviously, I guess this is more of a coffee thing,
Probably.
which it still seems a little weird to team Mega Man up with a iced coffee, but what the hell do I know?
Well, it's not like he's fighting Caffeine Man. All right, that one landed pretty horribly. Anyway, moving right along. We're going to get into our next story here about Netflix. The fact that I'm probably going to start losing sleep because of what they're about to do to me. And what are they about to do to me? I'll tell you this right now. They're going to start streaming 20 more NHK drama titles. And if you don't know by now, I do enjoy my Japanese dramas. So it was announced on Wednesday that Netflix will stream 20 new titles from NHK, which also includes Taiga dramas. They will be showing Renzoku Terebi Shousetsu. That's what they're called. They're better known as serialized TV novels, also known as asadoras or morning dramas. Ooh, I'm kind of curious about those. The first wave of these titles will launch on June 22nd, and it'll include Drama 10's Descending Stories, A Life in Rakugo, the live-action series adaptation of Haruka Kumoda's Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju manga, and the live-action series adaptation of Kuromaru's Tokyo Salad Bowl, Kokusai Sosa Jikenbo, which translates to Tokyo Salad Bowl International Investigation Files. Other titles include the first wave of the Taiga dramas Strategist Kanbei, Mampuku Morning Drama, Drama 10's The Science Club, and the premium drama My Family. More titles will launch in early 2027. The Descending Stories, A Life in Rakugo live action series premiered on NHK in 2018, starring Masaki Okada as the series protagonist Yakumo. The manga's television adaptation premiered in January 2016, and the second season premiered in 2017. Crunchyroll streamed both series as they aired in Japan. The manga also inspired as an earlier 2-episode OVA project. Cool. The manga also inspired a musical stage play adaptation that ran from February to March of 2025. Kumoda began the manga in Kodansha's Itan magazine in 2010 and ended it in June of 2016. The 10th and final volume shipped in September of that year. The series received Best General Manga Prize at the 38th Annual Kodansha Manga Awards. It was honored with the Excellence Award at the 17th Annual Japan Media Arts Festival Awards. It was also nominated at the 17th Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize, and it won the New Creator Prize for the 21st Annual Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize. That's pretty cool. The manga also listed in the top 10 of mangas for female readers by Takara Maji's Kono Manga ga Sugoi 2017 guidebook. The Tokyo Salad Bowl live action series aired on NHK in 2025 of January. The story centers around an unlikely duel of the green-haired police officer Mari Koda and police interpreter Ryo Arikino, who take on international crimes unfolding in Tokyo's involving foreigners and criminal organizations. The series starred now as Mari Koda and Ryuhei Matsuda as Ryo Arikino. The manga launched on Kodansha's Policy app in 2021, and the manga ended with its 5th compiled book volume that shipped in 2024. I don't know. I think the Tokyo Salad Bowl might be something I might really get into. Might have to watch. I think that's kind of really got me. Anyway, let's see what is next on the docket here. Speaking of Crunchyroll, oh Mako, let the people know.
Yes, so this was released on May 19th in an issue of the Japanese government's Kanpo Gazette, which reported that the Japanese branch of Crunchyroll's net profits for the fiscal period ending in December 2025 were 453 million yen, which is about $2.85 million, which is a drop of 63% from the previously reported 1.239 billion yen, or about $7.79 million in 2024. According to Crunchyroll, its Japan office traditionally consists of content programming, production, and acquisition teams which are non-revenue generating. Crunchyroll announced on May 8th that it has crossed 21 million paid subscribers globally. They also laid off a number of employees in March after restructuring and redistribution of roles based on location. The company's restructuring was also due to a shift in its e-commerce strategy and not due to cost-cutting measures. Yeah, so basically they are stating that there were no profits and a 63% loss of profits because the Japan office is just basically pencil pushers.
And if you go into the forums about this, the sheer number of people that are happy that Crunchyroll is losing money, and at least a quarter of the comments are people saying this is operations. This is not streaming or anything like that. Crunchyroll does not stream in Japan. This is their operations, handling licensing and all that stuff. So,
which I get, but then why are they making a profit in the first place? They shouldn't be making a profit. If all they are is the branch that is just making all of these acquisitions and, getting things ready for stateside or, worldwide distribution or whatever, there really shouldn't be any profit on that.
The only thing.
So
Hmm?
I'm just saying it shouldn't have anything like that should not be counted as anything towards any counting if all they are the back, the back room of Crunchyroll kind of thing.
I would assume the reason why profits are down, I think it might be tied to the operations as a whole. It's sort of like, you know how if you're a salesperson and you hit these sales targets, profits go up based on what you sell and so forth. That's what I'm thinking. They've got the licensing and the acquisitions, and it goes over to the States, the UK, and so forth. And because they're not the top 10 streaming services, which is something that we have discussed on this show, that could affect the B2B because they're not bringing enough money back to the licensee holders or something like that. That's my guess.
Hmm.
But then again, it's been a while since I've been in that side of business from my point of view, from my field of IT and so forth, picking up what I know. But, anyway. And now we are going to get into our final story of the night before we get into Meanwhile in Japan. And we're talking about Pokemon Company. Evidently, you need a Japanese government ID for some online purchases. In a way, I can see that as a good thing. This new system will prevent non-residents from buying certain items from Pokemon Center Online. Now, as we all know, scalping has become an increasingly big problem for the Pokemon franchise, especially in Japan. I just watched a video earlier of, I think it was this morning. So it was basically a shopping cart full of boxed Pokemon cards at, I think, Costco, and there are people that are saying, two per person. There's this one guy trying to roll off with the fucking cart. I'm just like, are you serious? Anyway. And because of some of these shenanigans, there's been increasingly inventive attempts to counter resellers' attempt to snatch up in-demand items and flip them for profits, such as making shoppers pass a Pokemon quiz before they can make a purchase, or taking scissors to the packaging afterwards. Me personally, I would not mind buying a couple of packs of Japanese Pokemon cards. If they have to open the packs in front of me, that's fine. I'll be a little downtrodden, but it is what it is, and I get that because I would like to have like one pack sealed as part of my collection. But if they crack it open, I'll just put them in a binder and be like, my wares. But anyway, the Pokemon Company itself is considering the strictest measure regarding all of this, requiring would-be Pokemon card buyers to show a government-issue ID before buying packs. While Pokemon is even a bigger deal in its home country than many of the other nations around the world where it's phenomenally popular, this wouldn't be a card issued by the Japanese government specifically for Poke purchases. In a statement posted to the official Pokemon TCG website on Thursday, the company says they're looking into requiring buyers to confirm their identity via their My Number card. Now, I think this is something we talked about previously. My Number card is sort of like a universal social system where this number ties into your health insurance, your benefits, all this other stuff given to you as part of the government, Think of it as Social Security number light, The My Number card, as I said, it's an ID card that has the person's name, address, date of birth, and photo, and a 12-digit unique PIN, which is a personal identification number. As of 2021, these cards have an embedded IC chip, and this is the technological feature that the Pokemon Company wants to apply to purchases of Pokemon cards via PCO, Pokemon Center Online. Under the system, would-be buyers would use a third-party service to read their number card's IC chip and confirm their identity after they would be authorized to make the applicable purchases. Think about it if you've ever gone to New York Comic Con or other conventions where they have to tap your badge to validate that it's your badge and it's real and so forth. Think of that. Anyway. The Pokemon Company isn't planning to make this a verification requirement for any and all online purchases, but the announcement says it will be applied to the purchase and lottery registrations for certain items, which I can see. And most likely referring to new releases and high demand items, which are often offered through a lottery system in which purchase rights are randomly awarded if the demand is expected to be much greater than the supply. This system will allow the Pokemon Company to more easily identify scalpers who are buying in bulk and block them from making further purchases. However, there are groups which would also be shut out from making purchases by a My Number requirement, starting with people who aren't Japanese residents. My Number cards are only issued to Japanese citizens and foreign residents of Japan. So tourists or overseas shoppers would be out of luck. This might actually be an intended effect of the system, though, as there's a perception in Japan that foreign resellers make up a sizable portion of the scalper demographic, which is probably true. Non-residents wouldn't be the only ones affected by this, though. Japanese citizens and residents aren't legally required to have a My Number card and need to file an application paperwork in order to obtain one. As such, there's a portion of the Japanese population that doesn't have this and simply use other forms of ID like a driver's license, insurance card, or a foreign residence card, for everyday activities. My Number cards also aren't normally issued to children under 15, even though that won't make a difference for buying things from the Pokemon Center online, since kids that young won't have their own credit card either. The Pokemon Company says it's also planning to make My Number card identification verification a requirement for registration for certain official Pokemon card game tournaments in Japan. This seems like it could present a problem for younger competitors, but it's likely that the official registration requires a parent or guardian's consent so that the adult's My Number card will be used as a proxy form of identification. Makes sense. The Pokemon Company's announcement says the goal of the My Number system would be to ensure fair opportunities and safe, secure service to all customers. And while the Pokemon card game website says that they are looking into an introduction of the system, their official Twitter account is firmer in its declaration that they are planning to introduce a My Number card requirement. The system is projected to be in place as early as August, and with application processing time taking up to 2 months, some fashion fans will need to get their paperwork started soon. Okay. I understand why Pokemon Company is doing this, and I totally get it. I don't fully support it because, again, it shuts out some people from buying certain things online. Maybe, hopefully, they'll figure something out and have meet in the middle, because since, again, getting a My Number card is not a requirement of the Japanese government. Okay, now that we got that out the way, we're gonna kick it to the best part of the show that y'all really like to stick around for. Meanwhile, in Japan. All right, Mako, you get first dibs.
I want the second one.
Let's take a look. Okay. I'll take the last one.
Okie dokie.
Because I guess it's kind of a given.
So I know that this was actually in legit news.
Mm-hmm.
The Hiroshima Prefecture, Miyajima Island, famed for the torii gate that stands on the water just off its coast, is home to one of Japan's most beautiful and historically significant concentrations of shrines and temples. Among them, though, is Daishoin Temple, which is especially noteworthy as it is the oldest Buddhist temple on the island, founded by traveling monk Uke, or aka Kobodashi, in the year 806. It's located on Mount Misen along a popular hiking trail that leads up to the mountain's peak and receives many visitors. On the morning of May 20th, though, a call came in to Japan's 119 emergency response number, reporting that the temple's Reikaido Hall was on fire. Firefighters rushed to the scene, and after roughly 2 hours, the blaze, which had also spread to part of the neighboring forest, was largely suppressed, but sadly the hull burned to the ground. Thankfully, the fire was unharmed. And by that, I mean that Reikaido translates to Hall of the Sacred Flame. And also the building's official name is Keizu no Reikado, or Hall of the Ever-Burning Sacred Flame. And housed within this hall is a flame that's said to have been burning for more than 1,200 years.
Wow.
After the hall caught on fire, a quick-thinking monk transferred the sacred flame to another section of the temple where no unwanted fires were occurring, preserving its streak as it progresses towards the 1,300-year mark. Fortunately, no one was injured in the fire, though the hiking trail, as well as the ropeway to the top of the mountain, were shut down as a precaution. Investigators are still trying to determine the cause of the fire. This is not the first time that it's burned down, and also not the first time that the sacred flame was saved, as the same scenario also unfolded in 2005. With the rebuilt hall then opening in 2006. They're also saying that the new building for the Sacred Fire is more than likely going to take more than 1 year to complete. So yeah. Fire was saved after a fire.
I think that's kind of cool.
I think it's kind of cool that the fire has been burning for as long as it has. There are a couple of places in the world that have some sort of fire like this. I know that in Greece they have a fire. That's what the Olympic torches are lit with. Is an everlasting fire from a fire that does not extinguish.
I mean, to be fair, the fire is burning in Greece, so you know.
Well, yeah, I'm just pointing out that there are a bunch of different... Yeah, I get your joke. I get your joke. It's a bad joke, but I get your joke.
Took you a second.
No. I just have to point out that I did get your joke.
Okay.
I was just ignoring it because it was a bad joke. Not that I did not get your joke.
Fair.
But yeah, so I was just pointing out that there are, a couple of different long-lasting, everlasting fires around the world. So it's good to know that one of the world's oldest, because let's be real here, 1,200 years is a very long time for a fire to still be burning. It's good to know that that was saved.
Yep. Now, we're going to talk about KFC Japan. I can just feel my heart just beating slowly, like absolutely not.
I don't know. The one that they call the New York, I'm kind of interested in.
But it's the Las Vegas one that has me like, oh, my heart.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Because, like I said, I actually had that once a long time ago, and I felt that sandwich going down, and I said, never again. So, KFC Japan is introducing American burgers, and that includes a pile of guilt. It's no secret that people in Japan are well aware that KFC originated in the US, seeing how Kentucky doesn't get a lot of international tourists or pop culture attention. Though very few Japanese people have any strong impressions of KFC's home state, to the extent of most Japanese people call KFC simply itself Kentucky. So for a trio of sandwiches from KFC Japan that are coming to its menu, collectively called the American Burgers, they're picked 3 other parts of the U.S. for their names, saying that they want them to be edible expressions of the image of America. Oh my God. That might sound like a challengingly abstract goal, but it may have been nailed with the Las Vegas burger. Oh my God. The Las Vegas burger is the Las Vegas style double down filet burger. It is a pair of boneless fried chicken as the buns, and it's sandwiched in between onion rings, a slice of cheddar cheese, a large dollop of mayonnaise, and a drizzle of barbecue sauce. It's called, KFC Japan calls it a guilty flavor. Oh my God. The other 2 members of the American burgers are less likely to trigger a review of your life choices, but they're heavyweight meals. We have the New York style onion ring filet burger. It is 1 piece of boneless fried chicken on a bun with onion rings and cheddar cheese. The other key ingredient is a garlic sauce that KFC boasts to combine the umami properties of bacon and onion, with the goal of a sandwich KFC Japan says to be being to deliver a hearty meal evocative of a New York diner. Wow. And now you have the Texas style spicy avocado filet burger. This has no onion rings and garlic sauce, but you have a diced avocado filling. It's a sort of an unusual choice linguistically and geography speaking, since in America a burger with avocado is considered called a California burger, which is something new to me. KFC Japan says the avocado filling is inspired by guacamole, but with an extra spicy kick added to it, and that Texas was chosen for the name as a symbol of guacamole's popularity across southern U.S. And for those who missed it, this burger has 1 boneless fried chicken, a slice of cheddar cheese, lettuce, and avocado filling on a bun. With guacamole being at least as popular in California as it is in Texas, and having been introduced in the US via Mexico, the Texas theming still feels a little off, and while the New York is famous for its delis, it is not necessarily any more known for diners in other large American cities. Now, if it was called the New Jersey burger, that'd be something else. But still, this marks KFC's Japan for capturing the excitement to potential regret roller coaster of a Vegas bender in sandwich form. The New York and Texas American burgers are both priced at 580 yen, $3.75, while the Vegas one is 790 yen, which is probably about $5. Actually, let me pull up my trusty calculator and let me get a proper conversion for y'all. 790 yen, $4.96. I was close. This will be on sale at KFC Japan for a limited time starting tomorrow. So if you have time, grab one. And as I have said, to be perfectly honest, if you're just looking for simple foods in Japan to eat, you could actually spend 1,000 yen a day and basically be covered for breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you hit nothing but konbinis and fast food places. But if you're doing restaurants as well, simple, quick places, I'd say 2,000 yen or 2,500 yen, give or take. Anyway, even though it is early, but for some of us, it really isn't. So I think we should go ahead and wrap up the show. Let me real quick. There we go. I think we had a good show tonight.
Yes, we did.
So if you like tonight's show, tell a friend. They will tell another friend, and so on and so forth. We're independent bloggers, independent podcasters. So what we like and don't like, we're going to tell you straight up. So if you have any questions about the show, please drop us a line at podcast@animejamsession.com. Again, that is podcast@animejamsession.com. We're here to believe you. Please check out our website at Anime Jam Session, where you will find not just our weekly podcast, you will find convention reports, cosplay interviews, cosplay tips and tricks, editorials, anime reviews. You'll see there we have some more graphics on the site. You'll also find external links to our YouTube and Facebook page of cosplay and convention coverage. All that and a lot more at animejamsession.com. And while you're at it, if you do enjoy the show and you're listening from our website or something like that, please subscribe to the podcast. If that's all we're asking. Subscribe, like, spread the word. We are available on any podcasting platform that is available, and if you do use a specific podcasting app and we're not on it, shoot us a line. I will see about getting this on there. That way you have one less hops to make to listen to us, and we really appreciate that. Our social media, it is Anime Jam Session on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and Blue Sky. And to our thousands of fans that follow us and support us, thank you so much. We really appreciate this. We could not do this without y'all. And if you're still with us, you can cheer us on and support us by clicking on the links down below our Twitch page. You will find our Stream Elements, Streamlabs, and Ko-Fi page if you're going to throw us a few dollars. You can cheer us on with bits, or you can sub to the channel and give out gift subs. So now we're going to go around the room. Last words, Mako-chan.
I am very, very tired now.
I am sweating up a storm for the most part. So, this is it. End of list. We're out of here. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode, and Ari will be joining us, and we hope that you join us too. And we had a great time doing tonight's show, so we're going to get up on out of here. So, I'm Ranma.
And I'm Mako-chan.
Great fight, great night. See you next week.
Good night.
Oh, that was a big show. Say goodnight, Mako-chan.
Good night, Mako-chan.
Perfect. Awesome. We're going to wind down and get up and out of here. So please stick around after the show. Take care.
This podcast has been a production of Anime Jam Session and AJS Productions. No fanboys and fangirls were hurt, maimed, shot, electrocuted, or pistol whipped in this episode. For now. The views, opinions, and thoughts expressed on this show do not reflect the staff or the network as a whole. But we're still right, damn it. For transcripts of this episode, start typing. Check us out at animejamsession.com and vognetwork.com for more information about us and other programming. Jamatane!